Hi, I'm Dr. Doug. I'm a wellness coach, a fitness trainer, and a retired acupuncturist. Let's talk today about cancer relapse. If you're a cancer survivor, you have a lifelong fear of relapse because you really don't know what caused it and you don't know what's going to bring it back. I'm going to put this relapse chart up on the screen for you. You can look at it and see where you fit on that. And all forms of cancer apparently have a relapse rate. That's kind of scary. You know, cancer in 2023 was the second leading cause of death in the United States. And of course, it's a major killer around the world. If there is a cancer gene, I have it because all of my relatives who've died that I know of died of cancer. But you know what? I'm not going to get it. I'm never going to get cancer because I understand cancer. You know, your oncologists did the best they could, but they're rather vague about the future. We have to understand cancer, and the way I understood cancer was by using Chinese medical theory, which I taught for many years and practiced, of course, because Chinese medicine explains everything. The reason is that it connects everything. See? If you can connect everything, well then all of the missing pieces fall into place. There are 6 cancerous habits. I'm going to just list them quickly here and we'll discuss them. Smoking, alcoholism, worrying, hurrying, overeating, and sedentary living. Let's talk about the why and how for each of these. Now, first of all, cancer loves 3 things, and cancer hates 3 things. Let's talk about what cancer loves. Cancer loves crowded spaces. You know why? Well, we call that chi stagnation because a crowded space causes poor circulation. Not good. Not good. You know why? Because it prevents your emergency services from getting to the spot where cancer is trying to grow and attacking it. I'm going to put this photograph of a white blood cell killing and eating a cancer cell up here on the screen for you to look at. Yeah, it handcuffs the immune factors, that congestion, and we call that Wei Qi. One thing that handcuffs it is chronic anxiety. This is the worrying. People who worry, fear, dread, all those avatars of fear, worry, they tighten up. They tighten up in all kinds of areas of their body. Any organ, any tissue, any muscle can tighten up and hold it there for a long period of time. Well, what happens if you tighten the area? That's like a traffic jam, isn't it? So the Wei Qi can't get there, can't do its job. So that's one. Enlarged fat cells. When your fat cells store excess food. So when you've got all this excess food hanging on you, things get crowded. It gets very crowded in there, and that's cancer loves that. And there's a high correlation between excess body fat and cancer. That's one reason. And couch potatoes. If you never move, you have poor circulation. If you move, you have some circulation because movement creates space. When you extend your arm or your muscle, that creates space in there, right? So you got to get off that couch. You got to move. You don't have to go to a gym, but you do have to move on a regular basis. All right. Second thing that cancer loves is chronic excess heat. You know, this heat, I'll explain this heat. There's a good heat and there's a bad heat, pathogenic heat. It's this pathogenic heat, this excess heat on the inside. It can be mental and physical or both. It disrupts cell DNA. Yeah, it just churns it up. It just twists it around. It boils it. It fries it. It gets weird. Your cellular DNA in some spots will get very weird. They will speed up. They'll speed up generation. In other words, these cells, these cancer cells, divide faster than the cells around them, than the healthy tissues. That's not good. That speediness suggests heat, right? Because there's friction. And that friction, that heat generates more speed. The problem with cancer is that it multiplies so fast it crowds out the good guys. That goes against, it crowds against nerves, causing pain, and eventually it just kills everything around it because they can't survive with this constantly multiplying thing or things, right? And it facilitates the spread of the disease metastasis. So that also suggests movement. It's dispersing, it's going out, it's moving, it's going here, it's going there. That's all speediness. We don't like a lot of excess speed. So heat, not good. Smokers, what are you doing? You're adding hot gas into the inside of your body. That's why people get lung cancer, throat cancer, because those cells are disrupted. That DNA is disrupted. Alcoholics. What do you feel when you drink wine or liquor? Burning. It's hot. We call it damp heat. It's hot. That heat over a period of time, constantly disrupts cellular DNA, causing weirdness, especially down in the lower part of the body. Alcoholics tend to have these lower body problems in the colon, the bladder, the uterus, these areas down there, because the dampness pulls that heat down into the bottom part of the body. Right. And the other problem with heat, the other cause of heat, is hurriers and scurriers. So people that rush all the time, they go fast all the time, they walk fast, they talk fast, they drive fast, they think fast, they work fast, they multitask, they do everything fast, and they're constantly moving. They don't get enough sleep, they don't think sleep's important, they have to drag themselves out of bed in the morning. They're always sleep deprived. Well, all of this creates heat, all this excess movement. I mean, good movement creates circulation, but too much movement all the time creates what we call an autoimmune disease, where the immune system is so busy it starts going after the good guys. Well, too much heat, of course, is just going to be a gift for cancer, because they love that. Cancer loves all that heat and all that speediness. Okay. And the third cause, the third thing that they love is excess nutrition, i.e. excess food. And of course, there's a very high correlation, up to a 50% likely susceptible rate for a lot of these cancers to come back, to relapse, with people who are carrying excess weight. And the more excess weight you carry, well, the more you're feeding the cancer, because cancer needs extra nutrition. All these nutrition telling you that you need nutrition. Well, cancer needs nutrition too. Cancer needs more nutrition than your body, because it's growing faster. It's like a growing boy. Well, it's a growing evil boy. Yeah, constantly feed it. So people who are overweight constantly have this blood sugar in their blood. Excess blood sugar, of course, that leads to diabetes type 2, but it also feeds cancer cells and tumors. And then there's the grazers. They may not look lean, they may not look fat on the outside, but they're constantly eating little bits of food all day. They're feeding their cancer all day. Can't do that. In fact, I have a study that says that fasting kills, starves tumors, starves cancer. And that's one thing that cancer hates, of course. It hates lean people who are close to their optimal lean zone. The closer you get to being optimally lean by fasting, I did a couple of videos on this, the more cancer is going to feel very uncomfortable because there's no extra food to eat. Calm, relaxed people have great circulation. Calm, relaxed. So cancer hates this kind of person because they can't get started. The immune system goes after them, gobbles them up. And cool people with a healthy work-life balance, who get plenty of sleep and know when it's time to goof off, to do nothing, to not be productive, to have fun, to not work. Cancer doesn't like these people either. So, a wellness coach like me will teach you to be calm, cool, and lean. Let's defeat cancer. and your fear of cancer for good. Let's eliminate all these cancerous habits so that you can be assured that you will not relapse. This is Dr. Doug signing off. For Body Trust, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.